Hello folks, I think this final lesson in this chapter will give you an idea of just how far you've come, how much you've learned. But you also need to be aware that you need to remember this as well. So we'll go through everything that we've covered in this lesson, and if you like, what you can do is watch the first example be done, pause the video, try a few. Watch the next example be done, pause the video and try a few. So this first one is simply multiplying two brackets together. They're nice and simple because we've only got an X or a single letter at the start. So we can use that little trick we learnt early on, where what comes next is the sum of these numbers, add them together. So that would be plus 3x, and the product, or multiply them, times them, minus 10. There you are. Now, next, we've got a slightly harder one because we've got 2x and 3x. So remember what happens here is everything in the second bracket gets multiplied by 2x. So we get 6x squared. And notice that's a minus there. Minus 8x. Then it's all to get multiplied by plus 3. So plus 9x. Plus 3 times minus 4 is minus 12. There's a little bit simplifying or tidying up we can do here to get 6x squared, then minus 8x plus 9x is plus x minus 12. There we go. And there's some examples for you to try. Next, we've got a longer version of multiplying out brackets. Notice there's 3 terms in the last bracket, but it follows the same pattern as the last one. Everything's got to get multiplied by the x first. So that gives us x cubed plus 6x squared plus 9x. Then everything's get multiplied by this, but notice this is minus 3, so there will be sign changing here. Minus 3x squared minus 18x minus 27. And again, some tidying up is possible. So that is going to be x cubed plus 6x minus 3x plus 6x squared, minus 3x squared will give us plus 3x squared. Then we've got plus 9 minus 18, so that will give us minus 9x minus 27. There we are. So there's some for these for you to try. Now we've reached the point where we're doing factorising. And nice simple one starting with x squared. So we need to think about how we could make minus 10. Minus 1 and 10. 1 and minus 10. Minus 2 and 5. Or 2 and minus 5. And we want to pick the pair, remember, that will give us plus 3 in the middle. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Here we are. Minus 2 plus 5 will give us plus 3. So that's what we use in our brackets. X minus 2 times x plus 5. And then there's some of these for you to try. Right, next we've got a wee group here of difference of squares examples. Notice they're all subtract and they've all got 2 terms which are either squared or square numbers. So the first one you probably remember has to go as x plus 3, x minus 3. The second one, the number comes first, so the number comes first in the bracket, 7 plus f, 7 minus f. And the last one, that's 5a squared, 5a times 5a, and that's 8b squared. So the brackets you would get for that one would be 5a plus 8b, 5a minus 8b. It's probably worth saying at this point too, when we're factorising, we're multiplying. So if you had put x minus 3 times x plus 3, that would be equally good. That would be fine. Now, our next group are in there to remind us that the stuff we learn in Level 4 or National 4 hasn't gone away. We assume you've just remembered and you know it all in National 5. So, simple factorising with one bracket. 4 is the common factor because 4 goes into 4 and 4 also goes into 24. So that simply becomes 4 times x plus 6. The next one has a common factor 2, but it's a letter this time. There's x goes into both these terms. So that will give us x times x minus y. That's that one factorised. And the last one, 4 goes into them both, but so does x. So we take 4x out. So that gives us 4x into x plus 4y. And again, there's some for you to try. Now, this one combines the factorising we learnt at National or Level 4 and also what we've been learning in National 5, because notice we can take a common factor out. 4 goes into this, so it gives us 4x squared plus 5x plus 6. Then that bit can be further factorised into 2 brackets. So the final answer to this is 4 times x plus 2 times x plus 3. Because of course 2 plus 3 gives us 5, 2 times 3 gives us a 6. So there we are, 2 stages to the factorising there. Now, this is the last one. Sadly, there is no common factor here because it is harder if there is no common factor. There are a lot of possibilities to make minus 4. I've written them all out already. And remember, what we do here is we're just checking to see which ones work. So we do x times minus 4, that would give us minus 4x, plus 3x would give us minus x. So that's no good because we want to get minus 4x. That's our target. Next set, 4x minus 3 would give us plus x, still no good. X times minus 1 minus x plus 12x, that gives us 11x, we're not there yet. Minus 12x plus 1x minus 11x. Ah dear. Sometimes you just have bad luck and it's the last one in the table that works. X times minus, that may minus 2x plus 6, still not there. It is the last one here. 2x plus minus 6 gives us minus 4. So we're going to have x minus 2 in our first bracket and 3x plus 2 in our second bracket. So we successfully factorised 3x squared minus 4x minus 4 to equal x minus 2 times 3x plus 2. And that's the hardest kind of factorising you're ever going to get. Not done yet though, because we've got a little bit here to do on completing the square. And this one here, remember, we have that term, so our bracket must be x plus 6 squared. So we're going to make that equal to x plus 6 squared, and if we work out what x plus 6 squared is, x squared plus 12x plus 36, they're not yet equal. But we can make them equal. This has got too much on this side, so if we take 12 away, x squared plus 12x plus 24 is the same as x plus 6 squared, take away 12. Okay, thank you for listening, and you've got the last few examples to do now.